2030 nang aprobahan ng Pangulong Aquino ang Republic Act 10533 o mas kilala bilang K-12 law.
Imbis na isiping pabigat ang karagdagang 2 taon sa paaralan ng ating mga estudyante, ituring po natin itong pagkakataon upang higit nilang mapahusay ang sarili tungo sa pag-abot ng kanilang mga pangarap.
Matapos ang implementasyon nito ay higit na dumami ang ikinakaharap na problema ng ating bansa patungkol sa larangan ng edukasyon.
81,000 karagdagang guro ang kakailanganin mula 2016 hanggang 2017.
Ang linggo bago ang muling pagbubukas ng klase, problema pa rin sa ilang paaralan ang kakulangan ng guro at gusali para sa senior high school students.
Kung may masters ka, mas masisigurado natin na mas de kalidad yung ituturo mo.
Para sa ganon, angkop yung curriculum ng mga guro na magtuturo eventually doon sa ating mga schools.
I would appreciate if mas maraming training, mas maraming background education ng mga professors ko.
Mga suliraning ito ang nagtulak sa amin upang tuklasin kung ano nga ba ang problema sa implementasyon ng K-12 sa mas espesipikong larangan. At ito ang larangan ng accounting.
Ito ang dahilan kung bakit dinais namin hanapin ang suliranin sa implementasyon ng accounting subject sa senior high school.
Pumunta ang aming team sa 2 paaralan upang kapanayamin ang mga taong makasasagot sa aming tanong.
Well, the initial expectation is, of course, very high. Since I heard they have two subjects, additional 2 subjects in the senior high. Well, that's it. Of course, plus all the other business subjects added to the curriculum. So, well, not just me, but we are all expecting that these graduates from the senior high are more equipped compared to those students that we have handled before. However, in terms of the accounting subject itself, I find it very alarming. Well, in the case of UST, that's all right. I'm talking about the teachers who have handled the accounting subjects. I know some other schools who have this program, but then teachers teaching accounting are not CPAs. I know some. I won't mention the schools, but I know there are, or many of them, many schools are not providing that quality education that they should provide to the senior high school students. Accounting subject should be taught by CPAs, not just an ordinary commerce graduate or what. Kaya yung sinasabi nating what's the depth nung knowledge ng bata coming from senior high going to the BSA program, kulang, hilang.
Depende kasi, meron namang fast learners who are interested talaga sila. So kasi syempre grupo ng mga ABM students yun. There are some students na gusto naman sa business. There are some students naman na gusto sa accountancy. There are some students naman na gusto nila yung sa marketing. So kapag once na interested sila sa accounting subjects, for sure, ay sila ang mas interesado doon. Sila ang mas mabilis na matuto.
Because I'm teaching basic accounting, I think that's the most critical part when you're just beginning your journey in accounting. So you really need to have a solid foundation in the most basic of things in accounting. So that's what we do. We make sure that we deliver the courses or the lessons enough, not too fast, not too slow, just to make sure that the students really understood the topic, because we really think that's the most critical. It's a deal breaker for them. If they think, I think that's actually the advantage of being in senior high school, because you still get to choose if you want to pursue accounting or not. So that's what we do. We make sure that at least as far as we're concerned, we deliver quality lessons to the students, because it's accounting. I think it's a given that you have to be good at basic accounting even before you step into the intermediate level. Definitely, the grading system, well, for one, majority in senior high school kasi, diba, there's what you call the performance task. So that forms part of the majority of the grade. Like for example, in accounting, that's actually, if I'm not mistaken, 40% of the entire grade. So I think that's the major chunk of how different is the senior high school grading system with college. Because with college, the way I remember it was that, I'm not sure, but if it's 40% major exam, like prelims and your finals, and then 40% comes from the quizzes, and then just 20% class standing. So in terms of giving out quizzes, in college that has more weight than giving out quizzes in senior high, because in senior high, that's the majority of the grade comes from the beta. Well, to be honest, I think the grading system of the senior high school is too generous.
Yes, apo.
It's too generous. That's why students tend to be shocked when they move to college, because in college, everything is based on the quizzes. When in high school, performance task. So, actually, if galingan lang sa performance task, pampapasa na sila eh. Pero in college, it's a different thing. Especially with accounting. That's actually our main challenge now. Because the subject really needs a lot of exams and quizzes as the basis of your grades. Because that's how you really test the student. But because there's this DepEd recommendation, so because we know teachers here, those are other professors, and then for some, those are my classmates back in college who are now teaching also. So we have this the college level and the senior high school actually holds meeting just to check points. Or where what subject are they good at, where do we need to improve, and then that's what we inculcate in the lesson. So for example, the main challenge now is adjusting journal entries. So we make sure in senior high school we give how do I say, more challenging exercises, quizzes, just to bridge the gap of that challenge when you go to college. Well, I think for one naman kasi siguro that's the main challenge now, because senior high school just started. So I think it forms part of the birth pains of starting a new curriculum. But I think through time, because there's constant communication between the college and the senior high school. So probably we can bridge the gap.